Good morning and welcome to my FlossTube video. I'm Celeste and this is Celeste Creates. This is FlossTube number 9 and today is Thursday, November 19th, 1 week before Thanksgiving. And I am so glad to have you back with me this morning. We're enjoying the weather here in Houston area. It's been lows in the 50s and highs in the 70s, which for us is a big treat. So I'm looking forward to a little bit cooler weather, but I'll take this. It's been really enjoyable. It reminds me of back when quarantine and the whole pandemic started back in March and April, and our temperatures were still so nice, and just the long walks that we took because it was probably the only thing we could do. And it just feels like finally the weather is getting back to where my husband and I can get out on those walks. Maybe we'll take one at lunchtime. We'll try and take another one in the evening. And the weather has just been really enjoyable for that. So we have been busy with school. This is our last week. We'll take off all of next week for Thanksgiving, and then we'll do another week or two before we take off for Christmas break. My oldest son comes home next Wednesday, and so we're all super excited about that. We haven't seen him since August when he went back to school. He's at Benedictine College in Atchison, Kansas, and so he will be driving back with a friend on Wednesday, and we are all so excited. So he will be home to stay until January because his classes finish up early next week. And then he does exams at home after Thanksgiving, and so we get to have him for a month and a half. So we're really excited about that. And we're looking forward to Thanksgiving. It's that beginning of all the holiday season, one of our favorite times of year. We love Thanksgiving itself and all the traditions that we have built around the holidays. I know we're big on traditions, and I will joke sometimes that we've probably started too many traditions, and now I have a lot to keep up with. But we love it. Advent begins after Thanksgiving, and we have some neat traditions that we do to prepare during the season of Advent as we get ready for Christmas, and putting up the tree and all the lights, and we're so excited. Our decorating for Christmas, usually that Friday after Thanksgiving, and that whole weekend there, it takes us a little while to get it all out. The boys, they're actually responsible for all the lights outside, so they get up on the ladder and get them way up on the house, and so it's really fun to kind of let them have some freedom with that and enjoy putting all that up. So we're looking forward to all of that, and we know it's a different year this year with all the pandemic, and yet we are still looking forward to those holidays because God is good, and we're going to celebrate Him no matter what. So I'm excited to be back. Thank you for everybody who has come back to watch this FlossTube video, right? Returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much. And welcome to everybody who's new. I hope you enjoy, and we'll come back. Subscribe and come back and visit me again, because I just love this. This has been so much fun, and I love the friendships that I have gotten to build, and who doesn't love to just sit and talk about their stitching and their sewing and all the fun things. So thank you, welcome, and let's get started with a few finishes that I've had in the last 2 weeks since I filmed my last video. This first one, I showed you the pattern for it and told you I was planning to do it last time on my last video, and I don't have a good copy of the pattern. It was a PDF that I bought off of Etsy by Country Rustic Primitives, and I will link her shop below on Etsy. But it was a PDF, simple chart, a lot of fun to do, but it was called Gobble, and I realized I didn't have much in the way of Thanksgiving decorations, so I made this super cute little pillow. So the word gobble, we got the turkey and the little pumpkins and the flowers, and super quick stitch. I think I started it like Tuesday of last week and finished it on Wednesday. And I used all the called for colors, except I don't think I had the color for the turkey, so I just picked a brown. And then I think maybe this word was supposed to be a brown color, but I decided to put in a little more red because I love red, and it brightened it up a bit. So I turned that into a little hanging pillow. Finished that with some fabric and a patch on the back. And some Lady Dot Creates trim that I bought back, I guess in August when I was in Kansas at Heart's Desire. And love that brown. That was just perfect for this. And then I added a little black bulb pin and some buttons. And this has been hanging on a little post down on my hallway table where I have my Thanksgiving decorations. So again, that's Gobble by Country Rustic Primitives. And I did this is all DMC. And this is just a scrap of Zweigart flax linen that I had. And I'm super pleased with how that turned out. So really fun, really quick. I enjoyed that a lot. So that's hanging on my Thanksgiving table. Then I told you that I have been enjoying the wool felt embroidery a whole lot. And last time I showed you, I had bought a kit from Simply Eileen on Etsy, and I linked that in my last video. And last time I had finished the first of the wool felt ornaments, this adorable pumpkin. I just love how that turned out. It was so much fun. I had done wool felt embroidery a long time ago, but hadn't done any in a while, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it again and see if I enjoy it, and it was super enjoyable. So this one I had done and finished last time I filmed. So in the last 2 weeks, I finished the other ornament that came in the kit. So, but this one has a story. This is the ornament. This is my squirrel. And totally adorable. I love it. I had so much fun, but as you can see, this is the center of a flower. These were the flower petals. They were the flower petals. And something about our doodle, our golden doodle, Doug, he likes soft things. And so we were up here doing school, and he sounded like he was getting into trouble, or maybe he was just a little too quiet. And I looked down into the front hall, and lo and behold, there he was. And he had ripped this off the little tree I have in my front hall. I had the pumpkin and the squirrel hanging on it, and he was chowing down. So he did a little bit of damage there. Thankfully, I still have some more of that rust colored felt, and I can hopefully take those off and repair it. So I joke because he's 3. Yeah, he's 3. And that at Christmas, you know, when I had all the small children, we would take all the breakable ornaments and put them at the top of the tree, and put the soft ones, the felt ones that my mom had made, and all the soft ornaments, we'd put those at the bottom when they were little so that they didn't break the glass ornaments. Well, with the dog, it's the exact opposite. I have to put all the breakable china glass ones down at the bottom, and we have to put the felt ones at the top, because he can pick those out, and he will walk by the Christmas tree and just like snatch a felt ornament off and go play with it. Anyway, I guess I'll have to fix that. But it was fun. I love the wool embroidery. So after that, I remembered that I had a super cute wool felt pattern from Bear Roots that I had made, a pumpkin pie pillow. I'd bought the kit at the Houston Quilt Festival 2 years ago. Can't remember if I went last year. We didn't have it this year. And I had made this pumpkin pie pillow, which I should have brought up to show you. But there were 6 different little projects in the pattern that I bought, and then the one I got was the pumpkin pie quilt or pillow. And so I had enough different wool felt in my stash, and I did another one of the Bare Roots patterns or projects that was in that pattern. I did this turkey, and I turned him into a little pillow. So I think in the pattern there wasn't a feather on top here, but I went ahead and added that one. And he was so much fun to put together and stitch. I gave him some little feet there, bright colored feathers, and I did this is some Lori Holt fabric from another line, don't remember which one. And then I cut another, actually used Lori Holt's templates, her applique templates that you can buy. I have almost all those sets, and her Autumn Love one had a leaf in it, and so I traced that leaf and stitched some on it and glued that on. So that was another finish, and that is also sitting on my hall table with all my Thanksgiving decorations, so that's been a lot of fun. And the last finish I have, I guess those were all FFOs, right? And my last finish is just well, let me do this one first. I had shown you maybe 2 videos ago that I had finished Merry Christmas by Blackbird Designs, and I just love this. It's so beautiful. This is on Sanguine Weeks Sanguine linen, and this is all the called for colors in the chart. Finished it. I had laced it. I had bought a frame and painted it silver, and after I got it finished, I realized that the frame was crooked, and so it was never gonna sit right. So I, put that away, and I don't know what I'll do with it, but it wasn't very expensive. So this has been sitting there, and I've been thinking I need to find something else to mount this on for Christmas this year. So I was in Hobby Lobby about a week or so ago, and I found this metal piece of wall decor, and this is the front, this is the back. It was this white color, and I think it had the word like gather down here, and it had a tree. It was nice, but again, I took my Hobby Lobby find and I cannibalized it for my own purposes. So I used some silver paint that I had. I'd actually used this to paint the frame the first time. Kind of see, it's just a silver, it's not super shiny, and painted over the front where it already had the design. And I'm not big on the magnets and stuff, but this is metal, and so I think this will be perfect. Put some magnets on the back, and I think I will really enjoy that. And it had a twine, like brown twine, hanging in these holes, and I took that out, and I'll probably put in some prettier sparkly Christmas ribbon. But I think that's going to make a really nice finish to put out this year for my Christmas. So I'm really excited that I found that and painted and got that done. So that was fun. Now, my stitching finish for this time was a chart that I started back in September. I received this chart for my birthday. This is Catherine Dickinson, 1840, and that's by Scattered Seed Sampler, and it's just one of those that I had on my list and thought was really beautiful. Love the colors. I think when I ordered or asked for the pattern or put it on my wish list, I didn't realize how fallish the colors really were until I started stitching, and they're just beautiful. So I started this back, did I start it right after my birthday? Yeah, I started it pretty soon after my birthday in September. So I started this for Sampler September, and didn't work on it full time since then, and then I picked it back up last week because I was really itching to work on a sampler, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when I talk about my whips. But I finished Catherine Dickinson, and it's just beautiful. I'm so excited. There it is. Look at those colors. Aren't they just beautiful? I love this. Love that red. Beautiful red. The red in this piece is Red Rocks. And I just think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. Weeks Dye Works. Yeah. Yeah. Weeks Dye Works Red Rocks. And the color is just such a beautiful red. Beautiful. So that is all stitched. This is done on 36 count vintage beeswax by R&R. Love the color. And these are all the called for threads. I didn't change anything. The only thing I did differently was right in here on these buds, these flower buds. It was supposed to be, the red and white was supposed to be over one, like an alternating red, white, white, red, or something like that. And with a little consultation, I asked Christy what she thought, and we decided I didn't need to do that. So I just did 2 lines of stitching and did those regular over 2. And yeah, so that's done. It's about 7-ish by 7-ish, or 7 and something by 7 and something on this 36 count. So I'm hopeful that I can find, I think an 8 by 8 frame, maybe from Hobby Lobby. I know they have some, might work for this, and maybe I can get that framed and up on the wall. So I just love that. That's Katherine Dickinson, 1840 Scattered Seeds Sampler, all the called for threads, and R&R Vintage Beeswax. So that is all of the things I finished. Now let's move on to WIPs. All right, let's talk about what I've been working on these past 2 weeks. And just enjoying all the stitching. Well, let's say I am enjoying it now. I was getting a little frustrated with my stitching. I had finished up Midnight Watch before I filmed my last one, right? Yes. And then I started Winter Rose Manor, which I'll show you, and really enjoyed that for a couple days. And then I decided that I needed to finish my Prairie Schooler Autumn Leaves before Thanksgiving. I wanted to get that out. So I spent some time working on that. So this is Prairie Schooler. It's called Autumn Leaves. Here's the smalls, and they kind of put the 4 in a small there, and I'm doing this larger one here. And I did make some really good progress on it, but I was just feeling a little, I wasn't enjoying it. So let me show you how far I've gotten. This I put on, oh, this is just, is this raw? Yeah, this is just Swaggart raw, 36 count raw natural linen, and I made some great progress. Got all the leaves, got the little square with the barn, got the squirrel done, and I was working down to these letters, or the words in the bottom. And here's all the colors. Oops, they fell off their ring. They fell off their ring. These are just, these are all the called for DMCs. So I was just stitching along and making progress, but it just was not calling to me, and I just wasn't enjoying the stitch at that moment. So again, I started texting Christy, and I was like, what's up? Why am I feeling this way? It's such a cute piece. I really do like it. And I felt like I was maybe pressuring myself to get it done. Anyway, I love Prairie Schooler, and I love this particular Prairie Schooler, and I will definitely finish it. I really like it. I love the verse. But I think as we grow, if we're working at it, we can really learn a lot about ourselves if we're listening to ourselves, and have good friends and family who kind of spur us along and tell us what we need to hear, or whatever. You're always learning about yourself. So I was just feeling like I want to work on a sampler. I want to work on a sampler. And so I think I've realized that probably my favorite things to stitch are samplers. and I do like the Prairie Schooler, but I think I was just a little bored with it. And so I, in talking to Christy and texting back and forth, I said, it's okay if I don't finish this, right? I have high expectations for myself sometimes, and I felt like, no, I need to finish this. And so I decided, with a little help from my friends, that I could set it aside this season and definitely finish it next year. I think it will be fun to pull out something that I've almost got done. I'm really close to a finish, and pull that out, maybe first thing next September when I'm itching for a fall piece to stitch on and finish that. So I will pick that back up and do it, but I really needed to pull out a sampler, and so that's when I pulled out Catherine Dickinson and just had the best time finishing that. The other thing I learned about myself, and I should have known this already because I discovered this in my quilting. I used to have an Etsy shop where I sold quilts and other things, and over time, I had it open for a long time and really enjoyed it, and I will occasionally I'll do custom quilts for people, and but what I realized is that I really don't love creating something on a deadline. And I know that's silly because, well, so much of our lives is living on a deadline. I have to get school done this week, and get things done so my daughter can go to college too. And so yeah, life is full of deadlines, and I can meet deadlines, and I do meet deadlines, but I really don't like creating on a deadline. So that was kind of one of the reasons that I had closed my Etsy shop. I felt like I was feeling the pressure to constantly have something to fill my shop with. I was a little tired of the fees, but really realizing that it was kind of killing my fun and killing my joy that I get so much from quilting. And so I think I was realizing last week I was feeling that pressure of, I have to get this done before Thanksgiving, I have to get this done this fall, and to be able to set that aside and just work on something that had no deadline, I felt much happier. So the combination of no deadline stitching and samplers, I was pretty happy. So anyway, long story, but anyway, I will pick up autumn leaves in the next fall when maybe the leaves start changing, and then finish that up. But I did enjoy working on it. I just had to be smart and listen to myself. The next thing that I had started, I think it was right before I filled my last floss tube, I had started beautiful Winter Rose Manor by With Thy Needle and Thread. I had been chomping at the bit for this one to get released, and snagged me a copy as soon as it came out, and it is so beautiful. I just love it. It is Christmassy, but not Christmassy, winter, but not winter. It's just beautiful, and I love it, and I think I could have it hanging up all year and just, love it every time I walk by it. So I started that before my last floss tube, and after I put down autumn leaves, I did the little gobble pillow real quick, and then I finished Catherine Dickinson, and then I picked Winter Rose Manor up for a couple of days and worked on it and made some really good progress. I love it. I think it is beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Look at those colors. I am stitching mine on Winter Moon, Zweigart just Winter Moon 36 count with all of the called for colors so far. So that Winter Moon is just a really pretty creamy color, and I do like it for a lot of things. Got a nice piece there. And so far I'm really pleased with how all the colors are showing up. So here's my linen, and here are my called for colors, except for one I'll show you in a minute. Here's all the called for colors. I think they're really pretty on this linen. So I believe some people have changed, I think, the snow and maybe the basket. So I'm doing mine on a different linen. I think Carol Saltbox Stitcher had said that the very original pattern a couple of years ago called for dirty linen, and then now it calls for an R&R new one called Brenda's Brew. So I didn't choose that. I chose the Winter Moon. I really like it. It feels wintry as well. But all of the snow at the bottom and the basket at the top, those are all done with roasted marshmallow, with Gentle Arts roasted marshmallow, which is this one. So it does have not a real snowy look to it. It's a little yellowy, but I think I'm gonna go with it. And in my opinion, for me, it looks really pretty. So I do think it's gonna show up. But this is roasted marshmallow already right here. So I think it's gonna show up real nice on this Winter Moon. And I think for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use it because maybe for me using this keeps it from looking too Christmassy, and something I would feel like I could have up all year round. The only color that I have been back and forth on for Winter Rose Manor is the color that is used on the house. And it's hard because sometimes I look at it and I think, oh, it's gonna be fine, it'll be lovely. So this is the color that's called for, Conch, Weeks Dye Works Conch. And it's really pretty, and I do think it's going to show up on the linen just fine. So I don't know quite what my problem is, other than I felt like the picture just looks a little pinker to me. Sorry, I'm squinting. I'm always squinting. Technically, I need my glasses. So I do think that would look just fine, and I may have to just stitch with it first and see what I think. But I ordered a few other colors just in case, and I also like this one. And of the 4 other ones that I ordered as possibilities, 3 of them were pretty much right away. They were no. But this one, it may work. I don't know, and it may be just a little bit pinker. So this is Weeks Dye Works Meredith's Pink, and I just took a stab at it and thought, well, I'll order it and see what it looks like. So it's definitely pinker, has still that kind of peachy hue to it. Where's the conch? There it is next to the conch. So I just don't know yet. I do think I'm gonna wait, until I get more of the other parts done before I do the house and see what I think. But I don't know. Give me your opinion. Let me know what you think. I like the Meredith's Pink. It's got some pretty variegation to it. And I like the conch. I don't know yet. Tell me what you think. Got conch here, Meredith's Pink, both pretty. Let me know what you think. Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful sampler. I love it. It is so much fun to work on. And so I will definitely be picking that up over the next 2 weeks and working on that. And that one is bringing me lots of joy, and of course no deadline. It'll be fun to have it finished for the winter. But since it's not terribly Christmassy, I feel like I can work on that into January. And it is called Winter Rose Manor, and we don't really get any winter until January here, so I think I can justify that one. All right, next is the other piece, the other sampler that I've been working on and really, really enjoying, is the one that everybody in the world is now working on because it's so gorgeous, right? This is Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs, and it is just so beautiful. I had told the story that I wasn't stitching this one. My friend Christy and my friend Lori Holt had started this, I think, over the summer, and we're doing it together. And then they talked about it, and I think everybody kind of got confused and thought I was stitching it with Christy when it was really Lori. But if I can get confused with anybody, it would be Lori Holt, and that's just fabulous because she's my favorite ever. Lori, I love you. Anyway. So this is Feast of Friendship, and I wasn't stitching it, and then a couple of people thought I was stitching it, and I took that to mean that I should be stitching it, and so I am. So I ordered Feast of Friendship and started this back in October, and it is just beautiful. So that's the chart, and I am making great progress. The house is actually going really fast. A friend of mine, I think Christy, said it's going to be the basket of fruit or the urn of fruit that's going to really take some time. So I got that outer border done and the Feast of Friendship words, I think the last time I showed you. And so I have been working on the house. And I have the windows to fill in. And then the one color, which is I think uniform blue that I'm using, that I have left to fill in on the house, and then we'll do the roof. But that's going really, really quickly. So I do like fill in. I have a basketball game to take my son to today, and so that would be a perfect time to sit in the stands and watch the game and do a lot of fill-in stitching. So this is Feast of Friendship, and I am using all the Cod 4 flosses. They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love the combination of colors. Look at that purple and the blues. They're beautiful. I'm stitching this on 36 count. Oh, we won't edit that out. I'm stitching this on 36 count Liberty Gathering Gray by R&R. R&R is one of my favorite fabric dyers right now. I really love their colors and their linens, so those are just so beautiful. I love those. So pretty. And so I don't know how much longer I'll work on this one. I don't think I'll get it finished, but I don't want to push myself. So I'll just keep working on it till I'm ready to stop, and then put it away, and if I don't finish, I'll finish it next year. And it is just beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. So that is Feast of Friendship, 36 count Liberty Gathering Gray with all the Cod 4 colors. And I love it. And if you're not stitching it, please do. And join Lori and Christy. I know, I can't remember if Lori finished hers. I know Christy finished hers, but they had a hashtag, and I will put that down below because I can't remember hashtags. And I will, I'll keep working on that. So join in the fun. I really like that one. I don't think I have any Happy Mail this week, which is kind of strange because I usually do. But I do have some things on order that are coming, so I'll show you those in my next video. Plans, let's see. Feast of Friendship I want to keep working on. Winter Rose Manor, I really, and I may do that sooner than later, get back to my Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. I love that one. Again, I don't know if I'll finish it, but it was such a fun one to be working on, so I know that will meet my sampler, stitching on a sampler desire. And I do have a few small things for Christmas that I'd like to get started and finish, and yeah, I guess they would be stitching on a deadline, but they're small, and I think that would help as well. So I don't think I showed you this, but I did order this one and receive this back when I got Winter Rose Manor. I don't know if I'll get to it this year, and that could be something that I stitch even after Christmas or can put it out for January, but he's really cute. I love that. I have a snowman collection, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I might work on that, but for sure I have the linen, and I want to start this Nativity Berry and finish that. I think that'll go really quickly. Finish that and have that done to put out with my Christmas decor. And then I had bought the this little Blackbird chart, and it has 3 different stockings, and I wanted to make a couple of those for gifts. So that's on my list. Again, I think these are really, it is deadline stitching, but it is short and easy and quick. Another little one that I got for my birthday that I might like to do for this year as an ornament for our tree. That cute little Merry Christmas by Little House Needleworks. It's really cute. I've seen somebody finish it with that oval, or not oval, that curved top, so that might be fun to do. So that's a maybe. I'm not sure about that one. And then I kind of forgot that I had this one, but I love it so much. It is Whitaker by Stacy Nash Primitives. This is one of her Animal Crackers series. I have the linen, I have all the threads, and he is so cute. And this would be a fun one to actually go ahead and get started. And I do like having a piece that I can stitch that's just filling in while I watch you know, a show with my daughter or with my husband or the whole family. And so I may start him, especially since I've already got the linen and I have a snowman collection, and he would be awfully cute to put on there. So that's a maybe. I'm kind of leaning toward that. So those are my plans, and we'll see how that goes by the time I film another one. So next, I would like to get to some giveaways. I have a few giveaways this time. No particular reason, just felt like it would be fun. This past Monday or Tuesday, I added a video here to my channel. It was a tutorial for making project bags. And there are so many different people making project bags. There's, you know, 50 ways to make a project bag, and there's so many cute ones. I love Christie's bags. They're some of my favorites. They're just beautiful. I don't think I have any vinyl front ones right now that I use, and I know how to make them. I have a pattern, but I don't enjoy making them, so I really just don't make those for myself. I've made some that have the zipper close on the front, and those are fun to make. So, you know, there's so many ways to do it, but I have figured out that, especially as you start a new project, you're kind of like, oh man, I need another project bag. And so I've found that my favorite way to make a project bag is quick and easy, and requires the least amount of piecing and maybe different types of fabric and supplies. So I put a tutorial here on my channel for how to make my favorite zip top project bag, and so this is the one that I made in that video. It finishes about 12.5 to 13 inches square. Nice big size. It is a top zip bag, and it has a coordinating lining. It's nice and deep. Very simple, not fancy at all, but a great size. Really goes together quickly, and just a great way to use some of the yardage that you have in your fabric stash. I got this particular one because I knew I wanted to do the tutorial and have something ready and all matching. So I got this fabric and the lining fabric at Hobby Lobby. I really like how that turned out. I used a white zipper. So you can go watch that tutorial and see how that turned out. And here was another one. I kind of made several at one time. This was some cherry fabric that had been in my mom's stash, and after she had passed away, I got some of that. So this is a fun one. I love this fabric, and so I made a project bag out of it, and I put some fun red and white polka dot on the inside, pale pink zipper because it kind of goes with those cherry blossoms. Again, another nice big top zip project bag. So watch the video, make some for yourselves. Let me see what you're doing and have fun making those, and you can just make a bunch because they go so quickly. So this one, I had said in the video that I would give away the one that I made in the video. I would give it away in my next floss tube. So this is one of the giveaways today. And so again, right, don't say giveaway or prize or whatever the words are. You have to be 18 or older, I guess. And so what I want you to say for this one, if you want to be entered to win, I have a couple of prizes, but this is one of them. For this one, you want to use the word bag in your comment to be entered to win the bag. And I will draw a winner for the next one. Bag. And then I also, you know, as I had been cleaning out some of my stash, I had a few things that I wanted to save for giveaways, and I have two of those today. One of them is a kit that I bought years ago and I just never made it. This says 2017, super cute. It is a Dimensions kit, and it is to make these Christmas jar ornaments. Really cute. I just don't think I will ever make them, and I hate for it to just sit here and not get used. So that kit, it has the pattern in it. It has the plastic that you stitch on. It has the wire in it for creating the ornaments, and then it has all the floss. So as far as I know, all the pieces are here. And if you would love to stitch this really cute kit and these ornaments, leave me a comment that says jar. Bag, jar. Let's keep it simple. Let's see if we can do 3-letter words. So yeah, if you're interested in that, leave a comment with the word jar in it. And then lastly, I did stitch this one, and it's not one that I want to hold on to, so I'd like to share my stash, pass the stash here. This is a really pretty little one-page chart from Hands On Design. It's called Christmas Eve. It's part of a series, but I love this church on the cake stand here. And so I did stitch this last year and finished it, and I'll be putting it back out again this Christmas. But I thought somebody else would like to win this and make it for Christmas this year. If you would like to be entered for this particular chart, I said I was going to stick to three-letter words. What could I do for this one? Snow is for, dish is for, we'll go church. So sorry, but if you are interested in winning this chart, leave me a comment that has the word church in it. You can leave a comment for all 3 items if you're interested, but I'll pick, one person per prize. So 1 winner per prize. And so anyway, we've got church, we have jar, and we have bag. So if you're interested, leave me a comment, and if you can, answer a question for me. I would love to hear, as Thanksgiving is approaching, I would love to hear what your favorite dish is to serve at Thanksgiving. I know my son Andrew is looking forward to the sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top. They actually like green bean casserole now. They weren't too sure what it was like, and I finally made it, and they liked that. We love it all. It's all so good. Pumpkin pie. I could eat pumpkin pie every day of the year. So in your comment with your word, I really would love to hear what your favorite dish for Thanksgiving is, or what's your favorite, what's your family tradition for, is there a special dish that's always served at Thanksgiving? So I think that would be fun to hear. I love to hear different traditions that people have and what their favorite things are. So leave me a comment with the words and tell me what you're serving this Thanksgiving. That is all I have for you today, and I just want to thank you for coming and spending a little time with me here in my corner of my game room in my sewing area. And I think next week I will film a quilting video. Maybe one of the days before Thanksgiving I can film that and get it uploaded. I'm just finding that I don't have enough time on a video and space on my phone to add the quilting to these to the floss tube videos. So I think last time I published a quilty tube, and so next week I think I'll do a quilty tube as well, because I have a Christmas quilt I want to start, and I thought it would be fun to as I pull out all my Christmas quilts to decorate with, to show you all my Christmas quilts, or at least the ones I have that haven't been gifted, and run through those and show you my Christmas quilts. So look for that next week. My next floss tube episode should be the week after Thanksgiving, and so hopefully I'll have some fun things to show you. A friend of mine and I are going next Tuesday, I believe, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, to what we consider our local needlework shop, even though it's an hour away. To me, which is crazy here in a city as huge as Houston, that's still my local needlework shop is an hour away. We're going to make a trip out there, and we're excited to look at things in person together and just have a fun little, we call it a field trip. And so I'm sure I'll have some things to show you after Thanksgiving that maybe I got there. So I just pray that you have a really blessed Thanksgiving, whoever you get to gather with, whatever you get to do. Just pray that the Lord will bless you and make it a joyful time. We all have so much to be thankful for. And so let's focus on all those beautiful things that He's blessed us with and be thankful and to give Him praise for all that He does and all that He gives us and all that He blesses us with. So have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I will see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.